Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Rachna from Crafting Moments and hope you all are doing great. So today I have come up with my another tutorial, and this time I have come up with a fun element which we generally use in our scrapbooks, cards or albums. So yeah guys, I'm talking about twist and pop-up card. So before moving ahead, let me just show you the twist and pop-up card. So here you can see this is the twist and pop-up card. So once I open it, it opens up like this. This 4-panel card just pops out. You can see, you can just paste pictures over here, or also you can use stickers or motifs here, and you can paste pictures here as well. And if you want to do any journaling kind of thing, then you can do that also. So in this tutorial I'm not going to show you the traditional way of making this card. Instead I will be showing you a very quick and easy technique by which you can make this card very easily, and that too within minutes. So yeah guys, you will need only 2 measurements to make this card. So watch the video till the end because your work is gonna be so easier. So not only this, but also I'm going to show you a simple rule by which you can make the twist and pop-up card of any size. Yes, you can make any size of twist and pop-up card by using that simple rule. You don't need to do any logical calculation. You just need to use a simple rule of subtraction, and yeah, you can make any size of card. So first let me just show you some cards which I have made for the demonstration purpose. So this is the rectangular one and this is the square one. So these 2 cards I have made just to show you that how we can make this in different sizes and different shapes as well. Here different shapes means either rectangular one or the square one. So once I open it, you can see this is having 3 different layers. So this is the smaller one, and this is the middle one, and this is the bigger one. So in this way you can say these all are of different sizes, so we can easily make this card. And if I talk about this square one, so here you can see this is the smaller, this is the middle one, and this is the bigger one. So in this way you can make this card either in rectangular shape or in square shape, or you can make any size. So at the end of this video I will be sharing the dimensions measurement of this card as well, so that you can give it a try. So yeah, without wasting any time, let's get started. So any pop-up card is made up of 3 parts. First is this base card, which defines the size of your twist and pop-up card, and the second part is this 4-panel card, or you can say accordion card, and the third part which holds this accordion card is called the mechanism part. So base card, panel card and the mechanism are the 3 parts which makes this twist and pop-up card. So let's see how to figure out the sizes for these 3 parts. So suppose if you want to make a twist and pop-up card, if you want to make a size of 6 by 4 inches, okay, so for base card what you need to do, you just need to multiply the length by 2. The only thing you have to do to get the measurement for base card, just multiply the length by 2. So here you will get 6 to the 12 by 4 inches. So in this way it is very easy to get the size of the base card. Okay, now let's come to the other 2 parts. So here comes the rule of subtraction. So this rule of subtraction will work for all size of twist and pop-up cards. So just you need to keep these 2 points in your mind. First is always take the same size of cardstock for both of this part, which this accordion one and the mechanism one. Only one measurement will work for both these two parts. And the next point is that here you need to follow the rule of subtraction. Now what is the rule of subtraction? So for these two inside parts, this dimensions depend on the base card only, okay, on the size of base card only. Here we have got the size of base card. So now what we need to do, if we are making a rectangular pop-up card, rectangular twist and pop-up card, so we just need to subtract one from the length and one from the width, and that's it. So this is simple rule of subtraction. So 12 minus 1 will give us 11 inches and 4 minus 1 will give us 3 inches. So this is the size of the cardstock which we need to use for making the mechanism part and the panel card, okay, and this is the size for the base card. So only this two measurement will help us to make the twist and pop-up card, and that too very easily. So I will show you after some time how to make this. So this was for the rectangular twist and pop-up card, but if we want to make the square twist and pop-up card, then suppose if I want to make a card of size 6 by 6 inches, so for the base card again I will have to multiply the length by 2 inches. So 6 multiplied by 2 will give us 12 inches, and width will remain same in both the cases, okay, only we need to multiply the length by 2. So here we did the same. 6 multiplied by 2 will give us 12, and here we will get 6. So 6 by 6 is square inches. So base card is 12 by 6 inches, okay. Now for both this mechanism and what else, panel card, as I have told you that both these parts will need the same measurement, so only single measurement will come here. So length, on the length we need to do same operation as -1 only, but from the width we need to subtract 2 just to maintain the length to width ratio. This is length and this is width, so just to maintain this ratio we need to subtract 2 from here. So it will give us 12 minus 1 means 11 inches, and here 6 minus 2 will give us 4 inches. So in this way we will get the size of cardstock for mechanism part and panel part in case of a square twist and pop-up card. Only difference was in the width, means here you have subtract 1 and here you have subtracted 2, that's it. So this was the simple rule of subtraction by which you will get the pieces of cardstock for making the base card and mechanism part and the panel part. So for the purpose of video I have already cut all the pieces of cardstock for the same size that we have decided, 6 by 4 inches. So here this one I will be using as base card, and these two pieces I will be using as mechanism and the panel card. So this is, you can see here 12, this is 12 by 4 inches, and these two are of same measurement, 11 by 3 inches that we have just calculated. So now let's see how to make the base card. So it is very simple to make the base card. We just need to score it from the middle. So let me just take my scoring tool. So as lengthwise we need to keep it here, and as this is 12 inches, so we will score it from the middle like 6 inches. So we just need to fold it and burnish it well, and yeah, our base card is ready. So in this way our base card is ready like this. You can see. So now let's talk about the panel card first. So this is 11 by 3 inches. So for making panel card, it is very easy to make. Either you can just divide it into 4 parts, as this is 11 inches, so you need to equally divide it into 4 parts, or what else you can do, you can just first fold it in half like this, burnish it well. After folding it, just take one end here and just bring it to the middle, and again burnish it well. Repeat the process on the other side as well. We have got this. Now bring this end to this middle and then burnish it well. So you can do this by hand also, or by using this scoreboard also. First you can divide it into half, as half of 11 will be 5.5 inches, and then divide 5.5 into half, so 2.75 will be the scoring line, and here 8.25. So in this way you can score it with the help of a scoreboard also, or either you can use this method to get the accordion card. So this is also done. Now let's come to the mechanism part. So for making mechanism part, what you need to do, again our size is 11 by 3 only. You just need to score this. You just need to score this from the middle lengthwise as well as widthwise. So here this is 11, so half of 11 will be 5.5 inches, and this is 3 inches, so half of 3 will be 1.5 inches. So in this way you will get the scoring. Okay, now let me just use another paper to show you this process of making mechanism part, so that it will be visible to you. Now let's suppose I have just divided this paper into 2 halves, lengthwise and widthwise. Now what we need to do here, this is very simple. You just need to fold it from the middle like this. You just need to bring this scoring line to this black scoring line like this. You just need to align these two lines like this. Here you can see both the lines have aligned. Once you are okay with the placement, just pinch it here and flip it back to make sure that the scoring lines at the back should also be aligned. So here you need to make sure these two lines should also be aligned. If it is not, if it is like this, then just shift it little and make it align like this, and once you are okay, then just pinch it. Then again check from the front side as well. So see here, this is also aligned and the back one also aligned. So after the proper placement, just burnish it well like this. So this is done. Now repeat the process for the other end as well. We have done this. Now we need to do this side. Earlier we did this, now we will do this. So we just need to bring this red line here, make sure to align it. Once it is aligned, now pinch it. Make sure from the back side as well that the scoring line should be aligned. So here also pinch it, and again check from the front side. So if all are okay, then we will just burnish it like this. So here you can see, so both the lines are passing through the center. Now what we need to do, we just need to fold it as we have folded earlier, and the middle line we need to fold from the opposite side and burnish it well. Now we will just squeeze these two arms inside like this to make a triangular like structure. See. So in this way our mechanism part is ready. You can see. In case if it is required, then trim it off to make this both arms equal. Okay, so in this way our mechanism part is ready. So if you are having a scoreboard, then this mechanism is more easier. So let me just show you. If you have a scoreboard, then you can use this method as well. As in the scoreboard we have such triangular scale as well. So just put it in the one corner of the scoreboard like this. Now take the mechanism part, and now what we need to do, we just need to align this length onto this diagonal part. Just touch this diagonal part, and now what we need to do, we just need to make sure this center on which the two lines are intersecting. Fine. So we just need to make sure that this center should be above any groove line. These lines on which we do scorings are called grooves. Okay, so what we need to do, we just need to make sure that this circle should be just above any groove, so that we can make a score line here. So right now I will check. Yeah, I am getting a groove below this center line, so I will just make a scoring line here like this. So one scoring I have done. Now just turn the page, again does this scoring diagonal scale like this. Okay, now again I will make sure that the center point should be above any groove line. So in case if you are not getting, just shift it a little left or right to get the groove line below. Now again I have got the groove line just below the center, so I will just make a scoring line here. So in this way you can say I have got the two scoring lines which are passing through the center, as we have just seen in technique as well. So now this process will be same. First we will need to burnish it like this here as well, and this one on the opposite side like this. And now just squeeze this part, push this two arms inside and just burnish it well. Keep it like this. In case of any rearrangement is needed, then you can do by burnishing it. So in this way you can see our mechanism part is also ready. So in this way we have all the three parts. Now let me just show you how to assemble these three parts to make a twist and pop-up card. So this is our base card, and this is our 4-panel card, and this is our mechanism part. So take your base card first, as this is 4 inches in width. See, so now we just need to mark it from the middle like 2 inches. So here I have already marked it in the middle of the scoring line or folding line. Now take your mechanism part and just place this pointed arm onto this, just touching the scoring line like this onto the marked point. Now we will just apply glue here and paste it onto the base card like this. Just fold it and burnish it well. Now flip it and paste the other side as well. So this is done. in this way our mechanism is ready. You can see. Now we just need to align this. So as these two are of the same sizes, so it is very easy to align. Just take it from one side, align it from one side, and it will automatically get aligned like this. But before aligning it, we just need to cut these two corners. So I'm just cutting this little triangular part we need to cut. If I chose this one, so the other one I will cut the alternate one like this. This is lower one and this is the upper one. Means on the opposite side you need to cut the alternate. Now this is ready. Now we just need to align it from one side like this. So in this way we will align it like this. Now what we need to do, we just need to flip it like this one end, and on the upper half of the scoring line we will just apply glue here. Only on the upper half we will apply glue and just paste it. So now after pasting this, we need to apply the glue on the other side as well. This is the first flap. We just need to fold it like this, apply glue in the lower half like this, and just paste this flap here. Varnish it well. So once you paste, just manually push it inside and varnish it well. So here you can see our pop-up card is ready and how smoothly it is closing. So in this way you can easily make the pop-up card of any size by using that simple rule of subtraction. So in case if you are working in centimeter, then instead of subtracting 1 inch, means in place of 1 inch you can take as 1 inch is equal to 2.54 centimeters. So you can use 3 centimeter for the ease of measurement. So in place of 1 inches you can use around 3 centimeter, and in place of 2 inches you can use 5 or 6 centimeter. Okay, so in this way it is very easy to customize the size and also easy way to make this pop-up card. One more thing I want to add here is that the size which we have got here after the rule of subtraction is the maximum size. Here we have got for the inner parts 11 by 3 inches, right? So this is the maximum size. You just can't increase it. If you increase this, then what will happen? See, this is the length and only ½ inch margin over here left. So if you increase the length, then this mechanism may come out of the card in case of any misalignment or mismeasurement. So you just can't increase it. And if you increase the width, then what will happen? Your card will not be closing smoothly. So just to avoid this, always take this as the maximum measurement. Definitely you can decrease this size. You can either take 11 by 2 inches or 10 by 2 inches or 9 by 2 inches. You can decrease its length as well as width as per your wish, but don't just increase it. Let me just show you with an example. Like I have these 2 cards and these 2 cards are of same size, you can see. Okay, now let me just open it. So you can see here card size are same, but if you see the width of this panel card, so this is wider than this one. Just see. So once I close it, you can see it gets stuck over here. This touches here just because it is wider. Okay, so just to rectify it, what I did here, I just reduced its width. Okay, so when I reduced its width, then you can see how smoothly it is closing. So if any case for any particular size, if your card is not closing smoothly, then what you can do, you can just reduce the width of the mechanism or the panel card. If you reduce it, definitely your problem will get solved 100%. Okay, so in this way you can make any size or any shape of the twist and pop-up card. And also make sure to use the thick base, means the base should be of heavy GSM. Let me just show you, like I have made this for the demonstration purpose. This is very thin, so you will not get the perfect result over here. See, so always try to use the thick base, then only you will get the perfect twist and pop-up card. So in this way you can make your pop-up card very easily. Also one more thing, if you want this space more, then also you need to decrease the width, then you will get the more space here. Okay, so yeah, now let me just share you the sizes of this. Like here the bigger layer, means the outer layer, measures 7 inches by 5 inches, means 7 is length and width is 5 inches, and the middle layer is 6 by 4 inches, and the smaller layer is 5 by 3 inches. Now let's talk about this square one. So here the outer layer is 6 by 6 inches, the middle layer is 5 by 5 inches, and this smaller one measures 4 by 4 inches. So in this way you can also try this kind of card too. So in this way you can also make this beautiful card, and that too very easily by following all the steps properly. And that's it for today guys. If you like my video, then please do like and share, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and also hit the bell icon to get the regular notifications about my future videos. And that's it for today. So hope to see you in my next tutorial. Till then, stay creative. Bye bye.